Good morning. My name is Corey Quinn, and you're here because you are a producer, an executive, an entrepreneur, someone who is pushing themselves to go above and beyond on a daily basis. If you look at elite athletes, elite business people, people who create the biggest results and outcomes in the high pressure situations, well, those people do something very unique. And that is that they practice and they practice and they practice. They are really clear on the skills that they need to acquire in order to produce the big outcomes. There's no confusion or debate about that. But the elite athletes, the ones that really come through in that critical clutch moment where they're able to operate with a level of clarity and focus and calm in the eye of the hurricane. They're able to perform in that high pressure moment when everyone is looking at them, when they're getting past the ball at the buzzer, the game is on the line. Everybody is looking at them, and everything is up to them to make the shot. It's all win or lose. That high pressure moment, those are the moments that people like you and me create for ourselves on a daily basis because we're building big things. We're creating massive outcomes and results in the world. The good news is that that mindset, that clarity is available to anyone. And it's available to you and it's available to me. The way to get that clarity is, yes, you need to do the sets and the reps of taking the jump shots or making the pitch, having the discussion, giving the presentation. You need to practice. Can't get around that. But what you can also do to give you a competitive advantage, to set yourself up for success, so that when you show up in that clutch moment, you're showing up with the level of clarity and focus and calm that you need to crush it. And that's through visualization. That's through rehearsing the success before you ever get into that moment. It's running the play in your mind's eye over and over in some cases, and envisioning your success before the game begins. So let's do that right now. Let's visualize our success. Today, you have a big moment. You have a clutch moment. It could be a conversation that you need to have. It could be a presentation. It could be a pitch. It could be a piece of work that you need to create that needs to be powerful and impactful. And we know that the only way for those things to be true, for the success to be real, you not only need to do the right things, you need to show up as your genuine best self and provide the value that only you know how to provide. So I invite you now to join me in this visualization so that we can set up our success ahead of time before we ever step onto the playing field of life, of business, the game of life. We'll begin this visualization and meditation by taking 3 breaths. Breath number 1. And release. Breath number 2. And release. And breath number 3. And hold it. And release. And just take a moment right now to get very present The work only works if you are here and now. So let's do that. Let's get present. You can let go of any thoughts or any feelings that may be distracting you at this moment. Just do a body scan from head to toe. Notice where there may be any tension in your body and just allow yourself to let that go for the moment. You can always go back to it when we're finished. But for now, just put it aside. Move your attention to your breathing. Notice where in your body you feel your breath going in and out. Now I invite you to think about the day ahead and find a moment in your day where you have to show up as your best self. It's a big domino moment, and that means that with success in this moment, you're going to be knocking down the first domino in a series of dominoes, setting forth a series of actions that happen that create and result in big, substantial outcomes in your life that lead to levels of business success that impact your personal life, your relationships, your health, your well-being, and your wealth overall. So what is that big domino moment for you today? Just get really clear on what that is. And as you think about this big domino moment for your day today, think about what success looks like at the end of that moment, at the end of that experience. To use an analogy from basketball, the clutch domino moment is you being passed the ball. The clock is winding down. You have to sink the shot to win the game, to save the game. Everyone's looking at you. When it comes to business, it could be a sales conversation, presentation, where you need to influence someone to adopt your way of seeing the world. It could be a team meeting where you are leading a group of team members and influencing them to a better solution or to your way of thinking. Or it could be that you are working independently and you have to produce an amazing piece of work. Something that is truly impactful in the world, that creates value in the world in a unique way that only you can. Whatever that big domino moment is for you today, just get really clear on what success looks like. It may be them signing the contract. It may be you stepping back and looking at this piece of work, or it may be you hitting publish. And I invite you to now, in your mind's eye, go to the beginning of the experience that you're about to have today, this big domino moment, and knowing what success already looks like, begin to play out as yourself in this big domino moment. And notice that you are showing up as your best self in this moment. See yourself right now. The moment is beginning. You are behaving the way you will be behaving in this experience. If you're on a Zoom call, you notice the eyes on you, people listening to you, you communicating, you guiding, you influencing. Notice your energy levels. Notice the level of clarity and calm in your mind as you are executing on this big domino moment. Notice how well it is going. Notice how perfectly you're showing up. Everything from your posture to your breathing to the level of energy and clarity in your mind, in your body, in how you are communicating, however that looks. And if you're with others in this moment, you notice that they are responding extremely positively to your communication. They get it. They see it. They're adopting your point of view. And now as you get to the end of this experience, the end of this big domino moment, notice that you have succeeded. You did it. You created the success. You created the outcome that you were looking to create. You got the signed contract. You got the agreement. You got the alignment. You got the clarity. You got the information. You delivered the asset. It created the outcome that you needed it to create. You did it. You crushed it. Let's take a deep breath in and release. Let's go ahead and set this as our intention for the day. Today in this clutch domino moment, I'm going to show up as my best self and I'm going to produce the massive value, the result, the outcome that only I can create in my unique way. And so it is. Awesome work. Congratulations. Go out and crush it. I'll talk to you soon.